Why do you think you've been so good with ball security this season?
I don't know. I think just trying to make quick decisions, trying to find the guy that's open, go through my reads, and if not, get out of the pocket, make a throw, find an outlet. Just trying to make good decisions consistently throughout the game.
Is that process any different from what you've done in previous years?
I don't think it's any different. I think it's just probably getting better at it. Being quicker and more decisive in certain situations.
How good are the two edge rushers on the Jaguars?
They're really good players. Really talented and can affect the game, can obviously get to the passer and stop the run as well. So those are two really good players, and we'll have a plan to handle them.
And knowing that, what's your comfort level right now with the way your offensive line is played in front of you?
Yeah, I think our guys are playing great up front. We've played a lot of really good rushes, a lot of good players, a lot of good edge rushers, and done well. So, we got a lot of confidence in our guys to be able to handle them.
Is that different in any way than it's been in past years? Are you a little bit more comfortable and confident with the guys up front this year?
I don't know. I mean, I think just speaking on this year, I think guys are doing a really good job and playing well, playing as a good group, together and on the same page with all that stuff.
Evan had a tough game against the Cowboys. What did he show you and you think everybody in the room about kind of bouncing back from that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Cowboys have a really good front. They got a lot of talented players who can affect the game. And he's a young player. He's going to learn and get better every week, and that's what he's done. So we all have a lot of trust and a lot of confidence in him, and that's what he's shown. I mean, I think his approach, his work ethic, his day-to-day routine, I think you can see how important it is to him, and it's no surprise he's continued to get a lot better every week.
Daniel, did their two edge guys show up when you studied them? They're two really high draft picks.
Yeah, they do. I think you can see how they affect the game. Both of them are really good players, productive in the pass game, getting to the quarterback, and do a good job stopping the run also.
Daniel, does winning make you more confident, or is it just simply making plays makes you more confident?
I think both. I think winning definitely helps, for sure. But you've got to look to the plays you've made also, what's been successful for us as a group, and use that to build confidence, to plan on what we're going to do going forward, and look at the things that you didn't do as well, and try to correct them as well going forward.
How does it feel having Nick Gates snapping you the ball once in a while?
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see him back out there, and played a lot of football with him, and obviously have a great relationship with him. So as a friend, as a teammate, and it's been fun to be back out there with him. He's been through a lot, so it's been fun.
You can't, make the decision, but what do you sense from him? I mean, you know what it takes to play in this league. What do you sense from him, and maybe what's coming for him?
Yeah, I think he seems like he's doing well to me. It's not my job to evaluate that, but like I said, I got a lot of trust and confidence in him, and all those guys up front have been playing really well.
Anything you could put your finger on of like the late game success, like the game-winning drives type deal of why it's been working so consistently this year?
I don't know. I think it's tough to put your finger on one thing in particular. I think we do have a tough group. I think Dave's has preached competitive stamina has been one of his things he's talked about a lot through training camp, even back to the spring, and I think guys have really grabbed onto that and.
What does that mean?
I think being able to compete for the whole game for 60 minutes, and regardless of what happens, regardless of the situation, being tough enough mentally and physically to compete for the whole game.
But Brian also said that he thinks your even-keeled demeanor helps in those situations. Do you see that?
Yeah, I mean, I think particularly as a quarterback, I think being being poised and calm throughout the game, regardless of the situation, I think is always the approach I've tried to take. I think it puts you in position, to make plays and do what you got to do late in games. So that's certainly something I try to do.
But that's you, right? I mean, you're not changing any of this, right?
I think I've always tried to be that way.
Are you seeing things clearer at this point in your career? I mean, you can walk up to the line and say, I know exactly what they're doing. I mean, 70% is a nice number.
I think maybe a little clearer. I think you recognize things a little bit quicker, and that helps your decision-making process, getting the ball out of your hands or getting out of the pocket if you need to extend a play. Yeah, I think you try to get better with that kind of stuff every week. You try to be a little bit quicker to recognize certain things and making the right decision.
Why do you think you're able to get so much out of rookies this year as a team? Is there anything like specifically that the coaching staff has done or that you've done to help sort of expedite that?
I think I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of credit to those guys. I think Wandell, Bellinger, Evan. I mean, all the young guys that are playing. I think they deserve a lot of credit. They're all mature and have a great approach to their work, and can tell they want to get better every day. So I think they deserve a lot of credit. But I think the way we practice, the way everyone's getting tons of reps all the time. Dating back even to the spring, and so those guys are young, but they've got a ton of reps and they know what to do.
Daniel, you have a 4-game winning comeback wins this season. I believe that's best in the league. Why have you been so good late in games?
I don't know. I mean, I think we've got a tough group, a group of guys that are able to kind of handle the ups and downs of the game and continue to compete, continue to play hard, to be ready to strike when the opportunity's there, and we've been able to do that. So I think a lot of credit to the group we have, the team we have in the locker room.
Would you mind flipping the script at some point and seeing if your tough group can handle holding a lead?
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't mind that. I think that's something we're focused on, is getting out to a quicker start and playing as well as we can throughout the game. So we're going to keep trying to do that.
Is there anything to that not fast starts that you think is kind of a repeated theme?
I don't know. I mean, I think it just takes coming out and executing early. I think it's obviously we want to start fast. We're trying to start fast, and just haven't executed as well as we have later in games, early in games. So we'll try to do that this week.
Dan, is there a day or two during the week that you and Mike Kafka sit down and talk about game plan and plays you particularly like that week, that kind of a thing?
Yeah, we sit down on Fridays and spend a lot of time talking about that. Once we've been through the week of practice, and we're constantly talking throughout the week. But Friday we have an extended conversation about that and get on the same page with all those thoughts.
If I could just quickly follow up, are Tyrod and Davis part of that too, or is it just you and Mike? Or
Sometimes, mostly just me and Kaf. Yeah.